It is I, Arthur, son of Uther Pendragon, from the castle of Camelot,
I'll cue you.
king of the Britons, defender of the
sack.
No, I'm King Arthur.
I'll kill you. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lake City Variety. We're so glad that you could join us again this beautiful week. Do we want to take that again so that I can actually have sound?
Yeah, just go again.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't worry, I'll edit this out. Wink.
I would love to welcome you all back to none other than Lake City Variety. We've got two boys on the couch today. Of course, Paul and then myself, Elliot. And we've got a new friend to join us as well. Ryan, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
That's right. My name is Ryan Reynolds, and I own Mint Mobile now.
So, Ryan, why don't you...
So, Ryan, that's a really big purchase, to purchase a whole wireless company. Do you want to tell us about how you did that? Also, thanks for coming on the show. I know we just gave you a small shout-out last episode, but it's great to finally have a celebrity guest on the show.
Right.
I know. It's just really great to be here. And honestly, to answer your first question about, like, how the heck do you make a purchase like that?
You use that Deadpool money, right?
I mean, yeah. It was... Well... I mean, a little bit, like, I knew I had to do something with the Green.
How many nightmares do you have
to do
thinking about the Deadpool in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie?
I had to do something about the Green Arrow money, and this is the only redemption.
You were in Green Lantern?
The Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Wow.
It was a pretty forgettable movie.
It was really bad.
To be fair, it was pretty
forgettable. It was extremely forgettable.
Other than the one bit of, I think, no, that was in Deadpool, where you were reading a magazine as your character with Ryan Reynolds as the sexiest man on the cover.
It is true.
So, yeah. So
I thought it was Hugh Jackman.
No,
Hugh Jackman.
Only his bulge was in that movie.
Okay.
So anyway, Ryan, you purchased Mint Mobile. How did you go about that?
Well, I was kind of talking with my agent, like, it was, when did we start doing the deal? Maybe like 5-6 months ago now, something like that.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, that's pretty quick, yeah.
My agent was just like, like in this last Deadpool movie, you made 18 Mint Mobile purchases. So he was like, What
you're saying is you've got enough money to buy 17 more mobile companies.
Do you own TrackPhone too?
I can neither confirm nor deny how much Ryan Reynolds Incorporated owns as of this date.
Wait, is that what you named your company? Are you kidding me?
That's a pretty baller move, to be honest.
Yikes.
Would you not name your company your name, Inc.?
All right, well, Ryan Reynolds is actually a terrible guest, and so we're going to kick him out of here right now.
Thanks for coming in, Ryan. You can just head right out that doorway.
Right out the door. Just get out of here and then put Levi back in.
Send Levi back in.
Yeah, because you're worse than Levi.
Right. See you guys.
I wish we had a Foley
That was a door.
I really wish we had a Foley board.
Wow.
Hey, you just missed it. Ryan Reynolds was here. He was on the podcast.
Yeah, I saw him walk out the door. Well,
yeah.
I mean, he bought me lunch.
Did he?
What? Really?
Yeah.
What did he buy you?
Yeah.
Well, do you guys not remember I welcomed him to town? Like I was his host today.
Oh, right. Well, we didn't really. Oh.
You can call us a couple of Green Lanterns here because we're pretty forgettable.
I mean, you're not true.
Oh, you're too kind.
Wink.
Yeah. Oh, yikes. Apparently we are.
Well, welcome to episode 13.
Yeah, 13 of these.
Lucky number 13. Friday the 13th.
You now have a wonderful choice to listen to this on almost every platform because I was very bored today at work and decided to look up every single podcast hosting service and not pay to have a podcast hosted on all of them, but every one where you can just paste an RSS feed and link your show. You can listen to us now on Amazon Music or Audible or on iHeartRadio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We got on the iHeartRadio?
We're on iHeartRadio. In fact,
dude, that's sick.
All two of you who follow the Twitter, There was a tweet today from that with a link to the iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
Do you know we're not on yet, by chance?
Yeah, we're not on the podcast app.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Yeah.
That one doesn't sound that important.
No,
I
it really
mean,
doesn't.
What is this that we're doing called
It's-
again?
What do you mean?
Like this?
Recording?
No,
no,
I
like this
think
thing-
he's
this thing
implying
that
that
we're
what
doing?
we're doing is a podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And we're not on the app for it.
We're not
Well,
on the
that's-
podcast app.
I think we're kind of already on it anyway because they just rip everything from Apple Podcasts.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
that's
fair.
sicko mode.
It's like, I mean, unless the podcast app wants to sponsor us, but I did read that it's literally one guy running that entire app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Ryan Reynolds ripped Mint Mobile out of the hands of whoever had it before.
I don't even know.
You know, there's this new emerging kind of podcast market, to say,
Yeah.
that I've just been reading about and just been thinking about and making up in my head right now.
Yeah.
What if we
and
just
it definitely
buy?
wasn't like 5 years ago.
What if we
when
just
this was
buy a
happening.
bunch of flash drives
Okay. I'm ready.
and just like download our podcasts on them,
Okay.
and then just
All
start
right.
chucking them at people. Just
Like
like
our
listen to our
mixtape?
podcast. Bah!
Wow, you got a little.
Dude,
tone
that
there.
was a spicy.
Yeah.
Or we can like get in an airplane and drop them out of the airplane.
And just as
It's
the
just
flash drive
raining
is
flash
falling,
drives. Yeah,
they would just kill hundreds of people.
hundreds of people that weren't listening to our podcast. So really,
You don't
whose
know that.
fault
They
is
weren't
it?
worth. Their life wasn't
have-
worth it. You make
I'm
your
gonna
life
say-
worth it by listening to this.
We have at least we have at least one listener in 15 different states.
That's pretty good.
That's yeah, we're spreading far and wide like herpes and genital warts.
Hold
Well,
on, that's not an appropriate.
It's not
comparison.
appropriate, but it is like how they spread.
We're spreading like
Wildfire
no,
in
Oh.
northern
because we aren't
Minnesota
spreading that
/ Canada.
fast.
Oh, okay.
What?
Because we aren't spreading that fast.
Well, you'd want wildfire to spread
We're
really
Although
spreading
we
fast.
are
something
spreading
more
Are
like
kind
you
of-
saying that you'd want wildfire to spread really fast? right now?
wildfire does spread fast, Levi, and we are not necessarily spreading that fast. We are something more similar to maybe cholera.
Oh crap! Oh, there we go.
Don't
I
worry,
can hear
they can
everybody
still
again.
hear us out of both ears. It's just poop
Like we
equipment.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're good now.
As I was saying,
Did you say like cholera?
Cholera.
yeah.
That was your example.
Yeah, we're spreading like the Black Plague.
So we don't want to be like chlamydia, and we don't want to be like
No.
Wildfires.
wildfire.
No.
We want to be like cholera, one of the deadliest plagues that has existed on this planet.
Yes, but that
You
was
know,
the one that
we're
turned all
spreading
of those old
like
people.
the Spanish flu,
There we go.
just killing hundreds of thousands of people across Europe in an afternoon.
with our flash drives.
Yikes!
Well, and the United States.
But then we wouldn't get that ad revenue.
That's
That
true.
we have because we have that really annoying ad that's the same on every single one of our episodes except for the bonus ones,
Oh.
the premium ones.
We should re-record that.
We should re-record that
That's a today
that
thing.
is on. That's with our
Do we have
old.
to re-record that?
No, we
A
don't
little-
have to,
But we could.
Okay.
but we could.
We should.
Good equipment. 'Cause now that we actually have equipment.
Hey everybody, Anchor's a great platform.
No,
We
no,
don't
no,
have
no,
to
no,
do
no,
anything.
stop. We have to save that.
No, you could just edit it.
It's the pre-roll. I'm not editing that.
He doesn't
Oh,
edit
you can
anything.
edit
I
the
do.
should have
bit.
learned this by now, Levi.
Okay. Then what's your last name? Because all our listeners would know it if I
That's
don't
the
edit.
one thing you've done.
That's not
Everything
true.
else, even when I've requested things to be edited to keep my privacy, you've left in.
Yeah. Okay. What's your point?
I'm saying,
Listen, the fact that I trim the front sometimes
uh-huh,
and sometimes balance the audio
uh-huh.
and then also just bleep your last name, that's enough. All right? Because guess what?
That was a G
When we
move.
say we're gonna edit stuff, or when I say I'm gonna edit stuff and I don't, it's a little bit. It's a fun little thing. The audience feels like, oh, I'm in on something. I wasn't supposed to be able to hear this, but now I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're here listening right
It's
now.
not because I'm lazy.
There have been a couple of things that have gone through that I wish the audience wouldn't have been on, though.
Yeah. Like what?
Like, a couple episodes ago when our friend Kyle got entirely doxxed.
Yeah.
And,
Bye, Kyle.
Sorry about that, Kyle.
I edited out his name.
I was told that his name wasn't edited out.
I was pretty certain his name was edited out.
Okay. The fact still is yet to come back, but
Did he call you upset?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He most likely doesn't even realize that it's happened. But
yeah. Okay.
also, I was pretty certain, like at the beginning of the podcast when this whole thing started, I was very like, I don't want the location of our city to be disclosed, but it has been leaked a number of times now.
Yep, it has. Listen, you just don't get your last name out there. That's fine. That's enough for you.
Yep, I do appreciate that, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
wow. Beef. These are the feelings I didn't know you had.
These are the feelings that
I feel a little
I have.
called out, but also like, I don't know. Is this the end?
No.
Okay.
Far from it, but
I can't wait for like 2 years from now if we're still doing this and we just want it to end, but we're making like $30 a month on Patreon. So we're like, oh, we just need that passive income.
I don't know if I would do this for $30 a month in 2 years.
well, I mean, if I was having a good time, I'd do it.
Well,
for
I'll probably just
$30
make a
month.
soundboard with all of you on it, and so
That's fair.
it'll just be me alone.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would sign away the rights to my voice, just as long as you don't disclose any further information
For
about
like
me.
20% of the income of the podcast, I'd sign away my voice.
Like the income thus far. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no.
No.
If the podcast's making $60,000 a month, I'm taking
That is way too
20% of
much.
it
If
for
it's
my
making
voice.
$60,000 a month, I will stay out.
You know, we are a little far away from that, but you know what we're not far away from? Getting 1,500 downloads. 1,500 downloads because my mic just cut out because we've swapped mics a little bit because Levi couldn't find them.
That's true. I
Ooh.
had a kerfuffle. Well, we had a change
I
of
don't
pace
like that
at work
word.
last week. A kerfuffle?
Yeah, I just don't like
Why don't you
using
like
it.
that word?
The duffel kerfuffle.
Yeah, it's just...
It's actually a perfectly fine word.
well, yeah, it's appropriate. It's just like... Can you use something else?
What does he look like?
about a
Does he look like a
kerfuffle
dosaurus?
Okay, that's not...
What'd you say?
That's
I said
not making
a
it better.
kerfuffle nundrum.
Just move on, please.
All right, we are moving on.
I don't want this to be a scene.
You're gonna make it a scene.
Or a kerfuffle, by chance.
It is I, Arthur.
Hey, okay. You don't like that? You don't like that word, and you're just gonna use it?
Yeah,
If you're gonna call me out on my crap, I'm gonna call you out on everything you've done wrong ever in
Okay.
your life.
Well,
Wow,
right now
that's-
you are making a
That's a
scene
lot
out
of things. Do you remember when you didn't clean the fridge out in the basement of the Brainerd house because you thought it was... Wait, no. Oh, that wasn't
happened?
you, was it?
I never used the fridge in
Okay.
the Brainerd
okay.
the basement of the Brainerd house.
I'm remembering a scene that played out like a drama.
Oh yeah, there was
long
some
time ago.
really stank stuff in there. I do remember that.
Oh yeah, but I believe what happened was Morgan, one of my previous roommates, thought that it was Dung Uk, one of my other previous roommates' stuff in the fridge, never cleaned it out. And Dung Uk thought the same thing about Morgan, and so they both just straight ganked the downstairs fridge. And then I think they had the unity moment and cleaned it up in the spring.
Where they realize,
Nice.
oh shoot, this is neither of ours, and it's just covered in black mold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except it sounds like they might not have done the greatest job.
It was still pretty stank, yeah.
Okay.
Yikes.
I think when Dunnock left, I didn't even know that there was a fridge down there, to be honest. But when Dunnock left, he might have left some stuff in there, and I remember a specific moment of like, what smells down here right now?
And then you found it?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I brought it up to Morgan, and he was like, nope, that's not mine.
Well.
So a similar thing happened to Morgan and I. Except I didn't know that
gosh.
fridge existed.
And then you did.
Yeah, I did.
And now you're here.
Now I'm here.
Why are you getting down like that? Are you proposing to Elliot?
I don't know. I just am not. I don't feel comfortable on the couch.
That house was wild, though.
It was a wild house.
So insane. It was
So I.
just bedrooms, bathrooms, and kitchen.
Oh yeah.
There was nothing else.
So future/current landlords out there, don't buy houses and change every single room you can into a room that you can rent to somebody.
Yep.
Because that's just straight garbage tier. unless you're in a college town and you can get away with straight garbage tier housing, then you can do that. However,
But how about just on principle, don't do straight garbage tier housing, because just because you're the only option doesn't mean we like you.
Exactly. And we want to like you. And so don't do garbage things. I was going to say, though, I move into this house. And for like the first 3 months
Well,
that
not
I
this one.
lived
This
there.
one's my house.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about a house somewhere else. You could say it's in Brainerd, which if you want to look it up is a town. Although that's not quite what I mean. However, for like the first 2-3 months I lived there, there was a hole in the roof.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at?
Like in the front porch.
Did the
there's,
landlord fix it, or was that something? It seems like something
Like-
that maybe
like straight up
some of
birds
the roommates
could
would fix.
probably fly into our house.
Really.
Like is the size of this like head-sized hole.
Nice.
And like I had like my parents left me in that house and were like kind of like regretting that they were leaving me in that house.
Yeah.
It's not a very good house to live in.
No,
Um
not at all.
You weren't in the sketchy basement closet room.
No, I wasn't. Oh god.
I think I got
Finish your
you guys
story.
beat a little bit, though.
I'll get to mine later.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. And then I mean he fixed it. So it's all good. But
Nice. All right. Anyway.
that's the long story
You
short.
eventually got to it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just hard. Like
I do have specific memories of animals getting into that house, and it was insane.
Just whole raccoons.
Not a raccoon. It was a squirrel, actually. It ate its way through our screen.
yeah, that's
During
right.
the summer.
Oh gosh.
And then was just booling around in our house for like 3 hours. And I wasn't aware of this, and I think I was like the first one to find it. So I was doodling my way upstairs because I
Yeah.
was
Was
just
this in the
chilling down
house where you guys
basement
live
at the
with
time.
like Dom and
Yep. Like,
Yep.
yeah, like
There were 7 of us.
there was 7 of you in a
Yep.
house with 5 bedrooms.
Well,
it was 6
legally
bedrooms.
6.
Legally 6.
Your Honor, there was only 6 people living in
I
the
don't
house.
care. If
Oh, okay.
we can't get in trouble for that. It's just
It's the landlord.
because
It
he
is the
definitely
landlord.
knew about it, but he didn't.
You guys didn't do a
anything
good
to
job
get me out
hiding
of
it at
there.
all.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did a great job hiding it, Elliot.
You're right. I did do a great job of hiding it eventually. But yeah, so I walked up
Hiding
to the
your
kitchen,
mattress in the neighbor's
and then
house.
I just see this flash of brown, like skirt out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, "What the heck? What was that? What is going on up here?"
Yeah.
And like, I look down to the back corner, and I just see it sitting in the corner there, just a squirrel, big bushy tail, big old front teeth,
Yeah.
just staring at me, and I'm like, I have no idea what to do in this situation. Does this thing have rabies? Is it going to kill me? Has it already stolen my identity and is trying to commit bank fraud at the moment?
I mean, it did.
Yeah, it did do that.
Wait, what? Why didn't you guys tell me about that?
Don't you know you are that squirrel?
Oh my god!
Turn around. There's a tail on your back.
No!
Right?
But yeah, it was booling around. I think Dominic showed up at some point, and we got
Dom.
a broom and we forced it up onto like our tiny little table that we had at the far end of the kitchen. That was like supposedly our dining room table, but it was always covered with crap and squirrel.
It's true.
And
And squirrel
I did a
crap.
lot
so
of
we were
homework
we
there.
opened the door and we were trying to shoo it out, and it just forced its way out another one of our windows, like right through the screen. And we're like, homie, if you're gonna leave, take the door, please. But then that wasn't the
No.
last time it happened.
No.
Yeah. So like after we chased it out, we were looking
Yeah.
around and we saw that it ate a bunch of our food. Like it got into the cupboards and just started
Do you remember
scarfing
this?
stuff down.
Nice.
And yeah, he remembered because he was back like a week later. He forced himself through the same screen door, and we weren't like worried about it because we thought, okay, this was really random. Probably won't happen again.
Yeah,
No,
the guy got scared off, but no.
Nope.
we got outsmarted by a squirrel
Twice.
Yeah, because we left the window open again, and it just waltzed right in like it owned the place, like it paid rent, like it lived in the illegal basement bedroom, and just started eating stuff again. And this time, I'm pretty sure it did leave through the door, which was very polite of it. So if you're listening, thank you.
The squirrel just got like it stole.
You're doing real good,
It
squirrel.
stole like an iPod.
I'm still missing headphones from the time that I lived there. So who really knows what happened to those?
It's probably the squirrel.
Yeah, probably the squirrel has them.
exactly. And
Or we were the squirrel the whole time.
it was just a madhouse, basically.
I got some good ones. I have never lived, like I mentioned earlier in this podcast, in an apartment with friends when I was in college. That just never happened to be something I did. But I did work at a camp, 2 of them. And the first one I worked at, the guys' staff cabin was a little not so great. It was the worst but livable cabin. Because there were cabins you couldn't live in. But there was this one, which was the bottom of the bottom.
Okay.
But still livable. And we'd just have, like, mice all the time in our cabin. We wouldn't have food in our cabin because, like, mice. So it was just, they would just be there. And I remember one morning, like 3 a.m, I wake up to ice cold feet crawling on my face. And I grab this furry thing and chuck it across the cabin, and it just smacks the wall. And then all the guys turn on their lights, and we cannot find this thing. And there's a little bit of fur on the wall from where it hit.
Oh my gosh.
But just the worst wake-up call. And then my other housing, when I was in unnamed French city, when I was in La Crosse, Wisconsin, to be fair to you, Elliot.
You
All
can't
right.
call it La Crosse, Wisconsin, if you're calling it unnamed French city.
I know, but now you got upset about where we live now.
Hey, Paul.
It's not.
You ready for this?
What?
I'm going to edit that later.
Nice.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Levi.
That's a good bit. Levi's never even touched a computer.
It's true. I'm actually Amish.
Amish can own computers. It's
He says the microphone in his hand.
yeah. It's like it's based on like the good of the community thing. They're actually true communists. Anyway, I lived in this.
Tight.
I lived in this.
Good job, Amish.
Yeah, right. Well, the point of being communist, you have to be like completely selfless, so it actually works. But no one's selfless, so
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Except the Amish.
Except for the Amish, which it works great. But I lived in this apartment complex. There was only studio apartments in this complex, and it was like maybe 20, maybe 30 units in this whole thing, and it was a former prison that was converted to apartments, and it was like it was cheap, but it wasn't as cheap as it should have been to be living in a former prison.
Yeah.
With like just garbage plumbing. And I distinctly remember, because the repairman just wouldn't come, fixing my friend who lived in the other hallway their shower a few times.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, it was awful. Real cheap, but not cheap enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it was just, I lived in a former prison. Like the backyard was a swamp. So it's like, oh, it's time to get out of my window and just jump into the swamp water.
So we built the first castle, and that one fell in the swamp. Then we built the second castle. The second castle also sunk into the swamp.
I also sang to this one.
But the third castle caught on fire, burned down, fell over, and then sunk into the swamp. But the fourth castle stayed.
Yeah, it did.
And that's from Monty Python.
That's my
okay.
Python, right? Yeah.
I was going to say, for all of you who currently rent / will rent in your future, you do have rights. And
Can I help you?
what do you...
Okay.
why are you eating a salad?
Without
I haven't eaten dinner yet.
taking too much attention from what Levi is saying, let me describe the scene that I'm looking at right now. Paul has an entire entire serving bowl's worth of Caesar salad. It's Caesar salad?
Yeah.
That he's been
He did say
munching
yes.
on slowly throughout the podcast. And
He's just going ham now.
I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but I did just look over and he's forking down at least an entire iceberg head's worth of lettuce. which, more to you, really. But
It's not a lot of calories.
I should have seared some chicken breasts for this, but
that would
it took me 5 minutes to make. So
top
That's
it
true.
off.
That tops it off.
Yeah, little chicken breast.
All right. Anyways, so if you rent, you have rights. What I know from
wait, what? We have rights?
yeah, we do have
Just
rights.
don't ask
actually.
your landlord about them.
As I've had numerous conversations with my parents because I lived in said terrible housing.
Yeah.
You do have a right to live in a place that is reasonably upkept. You do have a right to live in a place that, your landlord actually does things to fix. And if they don't, you can pursue legal action to
Yeah, but
kind of have them.
I feel
void.
like that's not really rights for us because if you rent, most
Yeah.
often you can't afford a lawyer to take legal action.
I mean, you can just go to the courthouse
Woohoo!
and pay, as long as you can provide documentation that you have tried to have your landlord fix things that should be fixed.
Oh,
You can just pay your
am
rent
I able to take screenshots of text?
of emails and texts. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
And then you can literally just pay your rent to the courthouse, and you're just paying it in escrow. And so then your landlord would have to legally prove that they fixed the things in order to get all the rent money. So I mean, it destroys your relationship with the.
With your landlord. 100%,
With your landlord.
like immediately.
But I mean, if there's like a scumbag, then you should just do it.
I mean, my apartment in that place in La Crosse was never really broken. It just wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
But the other units were bad.
And I mean, you're using a case by case discretion, and you should also probably read. I should go read what I can do and what my protections and liberties are and stuff like that.
I just wish I knew how to read.
Oh yeah, I mean, as an Amish person, the only thing you can do is read the Bible. Well, should I start quoting scripture now?
No. That's okay.
Amish scripture, if you have any.
In the beginning, there was the plow. That's bad.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Just wait until the Amish hear this.
It's the one group that you can just make fun of all the time because what are they going to do? Email you?
You guys
Wasn't
are actually
there
great.
A show
So they're
on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
the
it was
Amish
the
Mafia.
Amish Mafia.
It was
Well,
entirely fake,
it has to be.
Absolutely. Just like that show Breaking Amish.
but it was also insane.
Yeah, that show was
So-
funny. It was a
There's a
straight up
Breaking
Amish
Amish
Mafia.
show?
Just imagine it's like
Yep.
Sopranos but worse, but Amish people.
And they're trying to pretend it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, because it is.
No, it's okay. Dude,
But-
I only have one TV credit, and it's from A&E's Cops. They got me shirtless in the backyard at the trailer park, so.
Well done.
Because that's the move whenever you see a camera and there's cops running after
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Is the shirt comes off
Throw it off.
immediately.
Tarps off
Why
It
is
makes
it?
you harder to catch.
for the cops.
Oh, I'm greasy.
Actually, though,
you take the
kinda.
butter out of your back pocket and just start.
Bold of you to assume they can afford
Just
butter.
They make it.
No. We're talking about the
Are
people
we
that
talking
are on
about
cops.
Amish people, or are we talking about people on? Are we
people
talking
on
about
cops.
Amish people on cops?
Amish people. Oh man, do you know why I pulled you over today? No, officer, I don't. Your wagon was going 3 and a 2.
Nee! Pipe down.
How much horsepower you got? 1.
Oh my gosh! All I'm thinking about now is redoing the O.J. Simpson chase.
Amish
he was in a Ford Bronco, and the Amish person will just be
Having a Bronco pull.
having a Bronco pull. Amish O.J. Simpson. That's horrible. He murdered a person, straight up.
and got away with it too.
Yeah, he
What a
did.
champion!
Yeah.
I really liked when he got arrested and was at the trial for stealing his own sports memorabilia.
Uh-huh.
That's why he went to prison finally. And then when the judge was passing the verdict, and it was like, I sentence you to 30 years for stealing your own memorabilia, and it's like, oh, this is
Right.
for something else. This isn't for stealing
Yeah.
the memorabilia.
I like how he wrote a book that was called If I Did It.
Yeah. Why?
And then just spent the entire book just mocking people. And
Oh
it's-
yeah.
he-
What?
Oh yeah. No, he gloats
Yeah.
about it all the time. Which I found out that he likes to go golfing all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where he lives, but he goes golfing alone because like it's not like he has friends anymore.
Well, because he killed someone.
Yeah. Because he killed his wife for allegedly sleeping with his friend. Which, I mean, like, I feel like you just kill your friend, not your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So, at nicer golf courses, they like to group you up because they like to keep the flow of things going.
Mhm.
So, it's like if you have 3 people, they want to get you as a foursome.
Yeah.
Going on these courses, and I've been grouped up with people before when I go to courses alone because I'll just go and be like, hey, mind if I hop in with like the next open group? And it's always like a group of like old guys that are awesome.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're just out here to get away from our wives. And it was me, not married, no girlfriend, just like, yeah, I'm here to get away from my girlfriend. But so imagine being in the group of 3. And they just go, we want you to have this guy come with you. And it's just O.J. Simpson walking up to your car.
no.
Do you just allude to him like murdering people the whole time? Or do you not
No,
talk
that's
about
how you get murdered.
You
He's
could,
done it once, he'll do it again.
you could just take your gloves on and off the whole time.
Yeah. Which when you're golfing, you do that a lot because it's not like you wear it all the time. Your one golf club that goes on your...
So, OJ.
So if you were going to... So how does that golf glove of yours fit? Does it work? Does it fit?
Does the glove fit?
Does the glove fit?
If the glove doesn't fit, what do you got to do?
That was the dumbest thing they ever did in that trial, was asking him to put on the gloves. Because of course he's going to make his hand... no, that's not... That's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it was a disaster.
Yeah.
kind of.
Also, are you guys familiar with like how the O.J. Simpson trial gave us the Kardashian dynasty?
Yeah, because
the
the
lawyer.
lawyer was
Yep.
the Kardashian, like Rob.
Robert Kardashian.
Yeah, Rob
was
Kardashian.
O.J.'s lawyer.
Yep.
And
That's how they got famous.
Yes.
that's how the Kardashian name originally got out into
Yep.
like the public sphere. He was
And
a
so
pretty
they-
big lawyer to start
he
with.
was
Yeah.
a lawyer to the stars already.
Yep.
But then his daughters and his wife like decided to make their own brand.
Yep.
And so like
Kim did something to get.
Kim did something
She brought the name back in the public eye,
like,
and then they started the.
and then
reality
something
show.
also went on her back. And
Yeah.
did you?
Thank you,
Do you
Parks
know
and
what?
Rec.
Do you know what we're talking about? What we're talking about?
Nope.
How Kim Kardashian,
She made a porno.
Oh yeah,
with,
I know what you're talking. Yeah.
Who was it?
Ray J.
Ray J. Do you think?
Yeah.
So, make a porno with Ray J and become famous. What's your make a porno with Ray J wish? Like,
To do what?
no, because
I don't want to entertain this thought.
she.
Why do you ask?
She
me?
made well, obviously he has it's the magic porno. So you make a porno with him, and like your dream come true. Like she wanted to be famous. What's your dream that comes true in your Ray J porno?
Are you saying he's like a genie?
Yeah, he's a genie. Yeah, I'm saying he's a genie. Stop pulling on that.
So,
Well,
yeah, Amish people. That's,
I pulled on it again.
That's okay.
That's my bad.
Just stop doing that.
I'll keep doing it.
No, just
My fun Amish people fact, I wanted to say it earlier,
Okay.
was any like organization that you make that has some way that like is like holistic, like the Amish, that like has a program or like a way to take care of the elderly, like you can like get out of Social Security tax if you were made, if your organization was made before 1950. So the Amish actually
they don't pay any tax, do they?
yeah, they don't pay any tax.
Yeah.
But that's how you do it. Is
Which
you have to
is-
be made before 1950 to get out of all tax.
well. There's a really easy way to do that. Is you just post date it.
You just go somewhere and then you fake
You
some
just
poop.
get it notarized.
You fake some poop for like, the past 70 years and then you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You just have all your documents notarized.
I had something notarized the other day.
Did you? Yeah, you mentioned that last time, didn't you?
Cool.
It was kind of cool.
Who was your notary? What does it
It
look
was
like?
just some person at the post office.
I mean, it was probably an average looking / like I wasn't paying too much attention. It probably could have. It was probably a pretty attractive.
It was just some homeless man.
like
he had a
like
stamp.
male in his like not 80s. Wow, like late 20s. Who
Are you
just?
describing yourself right now?
I'm not in my late 20s.
But you are.
Yeah, you are.
Pretty attractive. Thank
Oh,
you. Thank you.
hold on.
Thank you.
That's what I implied. We've
wish
really
this
got
would
some
work.
technical difficulties going on here.
Yeah, I can't hear. Oh, I
it's
can
back.
hear.
We're dealing with not sub to the Patreon, and you won't hear about these technical difficulties anymore. Every dollar helps, and we get 40 of them. We'll make Elliot dissect a pig on camera.
Are we still doing that?
Oh yeah,
With a bag over your head.
with a bag over your head.
Hold on. That's just going to look like I'm some sort of prisoner. What was that?
I didn't say anything. That was only for Elliot's ears.
Oh, okay. I think I understand what you're saying now. You're saying that
Oh, is your girlfriend
You're
going to
gonna
be mad
put
at me
a
for
bag-
burping in the mic?
No,
yeah,
don't.
you're going to put a bag over your head and pretend to be me?
That's not. That is what I said, but you're not supposed to repeat it.
Yeah, don't
Okay,
repeat
that
Alright.
kind of works.
All right, Paul.
This
I'm gonna edit
voice with
this
that
out.
body?
Yeah,
Woo!
I have to edit out that burp. So
I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna edit this out. This
Okay.
again, it's funny that you say you edit because
Okay.
know, that's
We're
the
just
bit.
repeating stuff now. I'm going to edit this out.
I don't know. Gosh.
it's fine. It's
It's okay.
okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fine. No one freaking move.
We'll edit it out. Fix it in post.
Fix. No, we can't. I mean, technically, there's nothing to fix because it's just our audio and not the audio going
I mean,
to
you
our
could. You
recording software.
You could put our audio into a mastering program and then fix it in post.
But like I'm saying, that's just our headphones. That's not like.
Oh, I know. I was.
You know,
being
I always
facetious.
love driving past an Amish person because they always wait.
it's sick.
And that's just
Oh
so
man,
nice.
have you ever seen Amish people
just
in the
going down
winter
the road.
when they're driving past, and then there's like a guy with a rope on
Mhm.
cross country skis
Oh, yeah.
behind the buggy,
That's
What?
awesome.
going to the ditch?
Oh,
You've
that's
never seen
sick.
that? Oh yeah,
No.
they know how to have a good time, and like I like when the kids they go out on the ice on like lakes and stuff in the
Okay.
winter,
Yeah.
and just start doing donuts and like swinging around, just making their horse do circles as they just whip their cart
Uh-huh.
around on the ice.
No.
Oh yeah,
way.
they know how to party.
I mean, they can't do anything else.
also, do you
but-
know how much their buggies cost?
They're probably stupid expensive. Just
It's like close to $100,000.
yeah, that
What?
makes sense.
Do you know why?
It's everything's handmade.
Yeah, it's all handmade, but it's a wedding present, and it lasts you your entire life.
Oh my
It's
god.
the cart that you are driving in when you were 80 is the cart that you were given when you were 18 and got married.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen an Amish person 80 years old.
No, I think they're just at home because, like,
That would make sense.
yeah, like I don't think they need to go anywhere anymore. They did the work.
Right.
But also, like, once they hit 40, they all look 80 because their beard just goes straight gray.
Yeah.
They all look the same. They're all
That's
wrinkly
fair.
and they're all like
I would
sun-baked.
not. I would not be a good Amish person.
You
I
really
could not
wouldn't.
grow a beard to save my life.
I couldn't do it either.
Also,
at
electricity.
least I can't grow the mustache.
Plumbing.
Yeah.
The internet.
No. So it's again, a lot of people assume that kind of stuff because a lot of Amish people do have minivans to like take stuff to the market. And I talked with one of them, and they're like, "It's not that we can't have those things. It's just that we talk about it as a group. Would this thing benefit us as a group? So like, would having internet benefit us as a group? Would having electricity benefit us as a group? And so if the community, like the certain community, agrees that it would benefit them, then they would go like, okay, sure, we'll make a community purchase and like have electricity on our farm, or like we'll have electricity in our schoolhouse. And I've even seen it where in one of the small towns I was from, there was an Amish kid who had a mental disability, and so they sent him to public school because they deemed that it would be not easier but better for the kid in the long run to go to have a specialized education in a public school where you can have like special ed or things like that and a teacher with him than to throw him in the like one room class or one room schoolhouse with the rest of them.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but it is
Makes
also
sense.
fun to just say, "Hey, no electricity. What an idiot!"
Oh no. Not idiot. It's
Not
just
idiot.
kind of-
I feel like
I
because they never had it, they're living a better life than we are.
I've just had one of the most existential moments of my whole life.
Yeah, what
okay.
happened?
Explain it to us.
I can't even possibly, like, to give you a slice, imagining, like, just seeing someone's whole life where they get their buggy and then they have the same buggy when they're 80.
Okay. So you're doing like the beginning of Up, where you're just like following these people
Like,
throughout their
I'm-
entire life.
Like, I can
and
just
watching their tragedies.
I
and
can just
their greatest
see
successes and
how simple.
crying.
Like,
a lot.
and I mean, like, you could even extend that to our lives too. Like, we get a thing and then it just, our life rotates around that thing. And it's not really important to us, but it's just there the whole time.
Okay. So
Like my wallet.
yeah. Okay, keep going, man. Keep spitting.
That's all I got.
I'm ready for this podcast to take a turn from O.J. Simpson, Kardashian, Amish people to whatever is going on inside the right now.
That's an edit and post
Oh wow, you
moment
can
right
say
there.
his last name,
That's
but
an
we can't
edit
say
and post
yours.
moment. Wow.
No, I
Okay.
accept that it's a mistake, but I would just like to be edited out.
All right. I'm going to say
Wow, I have to do-
boop.
I have to do
And,
some work. Try again. Make something that sounds like a computer noise.
Kukuchka. Ooh, ah.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
What do you envision as a computer noise?
Just do the standard like network television beep.
You have received
All right, I'm just gonna
Levi's
pull something from the
landline.
internet.
Beep. Boop.
You're still
You ever accidentally call a fax machine?
No, I
What?
can't say I have.
So you know how in like the late or like the early 2010s and the late 2000s there was
Yep.
like a business and it would have two numbers and one of the bottom one was always the fax machine, but sometimes they wouldn't say it. And so my mom worked like down the street, and so I know there was two numbers for that because sometimes she would work from home and so she'd fax things to work. And so one time I called the fax machine by accident and was
Okay.
instantly deafened by
It's amazing.
This is just like you guys were.
Just now.
yeah.
So when you call a fax machine, does it just print off the words that you're saying on the other side?
No, it does not.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
It would be cool if you could make the correct tones, though. It would.
Is that how fax machines work?
Yeah, it's just sound over
They
phone
also-
lines.
In their off time.
Okay, so what
they'd call
image
each
were
other
you
and talk.
receiving from your
Oh,
mother's
like
fax
when
machine?
you call a fax machine,
Yep.
it's communicating with the other fax machine because normally you just like type the number in. On your
and
phone.
that's how it communicates?
yeah, they make noises.
Is anyone fluent in fax machine
yeah, it's
noises?
called binary. Have you ever watched like Star Wars? All the people that speak to
Binary
droids.
is a sound? I thought it was just ones and zeros.
You okay?
Yeah.
I think Elliot's
No.
having an existential crisis now.
Binary is sounds.
Yeah, it's either making a sound or it's not.
So it's like Morse code.
No, that's different. That's Morse
Yeah.
code.
Like beep beep boop boop, beep beep boop boop. Beep,
Yeah,
beep,
that was
boop, boop,
definitely-
boop,
Are you
Anything.
speaking fax to me right now, or are you
beep
speaking?
beep boop 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 beep?
You're speaking Devo, the hit 1980s band known for what is it called? It's like Crack That Whip or something.
Crack that
whip! Boom, 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 boom.
What the heck?
Give me copy strike.
No, Devo wouldn't do that to us.
Yeah, they would.
They're cool.
LMG
Bum,
Music Group would.
bum,
Here, let me call
bum,
them.
bum.
Not LMG. Like Universal Music Group. UMG.
Yeah, but Devo wouldn't do it to us.
Yeah,
We're tight.
But Universal Music Group.
Listen,
Universal Music Group has already done it to us.
Devo owes me a favor. All right, I can't get any further into
No,
it.
no, no. Now you
but
have
they
to.
just owe me one.
No.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh wait,
Listen, you have 15
on.
minutes to fill. You got to come up with something.
I think I hear someone at the door. Hold on,
Okay.
I'll go
no,
get him.
no.
Hey, it's Devo.
I didn't hear that door open.
Elliot, I heard you had a
Okay,
favorite.
Devo isn't one person. It's a collection. It's a band. So there's like 4 people that you should be doing voices for right now. This is serious.
Hey, it's Devo.
That's actually pretty accurate. So basically,
Ooh, baby, I love you, baby.
basically what happened is when they were doing their world tour
Yeah.
back in 1993.
Back in 1837.
That was too far ago. Too far. The world
Back when Elliot was
God
2.
knew that the world wasn't ready for Devo back in 1897, so he didn't send them for another.
That is not the year that I said.
What year did you say?
Like 1832.
Okay, God really knew that they weren't ready for Devo yet, so that's why he didn't send them.
There wasn't electronic music either.
Yeah, everyone was Amish back then.
Hold on. No. Okay. So what if Amish people are just like 200 years behind us?
Okay.
Or like they're just now getting electricity?
So what you're
like,
saying?
It's like, what's an Amish person in like 1830? He's just like, I don't want to use this plow pulled by a horse. I'm going to do it by hand.
Right. I am looking forward now 200 years when Amish people discover Vine. And like, yo, this is pretty sick.
Wait a second.
Yo, dude.
Can we make the opposite of the Amish? Where our group...
We're
Were we
200
only-
years in the future.
We're 200 years in the future.
If you could pull that off, I'd love to join.
Well,
Can we just dress like idiots for a week and
Yeah,
not tell anyone?
we dress
Right.
like idiots and we...
I think you
pretend
mean
that we're
we
200 years in
become
the
members of the band Devo. Because those guys are living in the future.
Boop, 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 beep.
Boop, 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 beep.
Boop, 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 boop,
Come on,
beep.
stop. We're going to get a copyright strike again.
That's not even a song. We're just making it up.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know. I've never heard.
I was
I don't
trying
even know
to
what
mimic-
Devo is.
I was trying to mimic SpongeBob.
Both of you to assume
For
that
the
I've
record.
ever listened to music in my life.
Okay. Yep, that's fair.
Yeah.
I forgot where we're going with this.
Back to Ray J.
No, we are done with that one.
Okay.
You know, I
Oh,
thought about
Star
this.
Wars Visions came out.
1 second. I
Okay.
thought about this a while ago on the topic of Vine.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they back?
40 years from now, when our generation is becoming politicians,
Oh no.
there will eventually be some point at Twitter where
They're
we're
digging
going
up
to dig up
vines,
the old vines
and they
of
won't be
political
woke enough.
candidates.
Oh, gosh.
And that's not even how I'm going to
Oh really?
determine it.
Look at
Whoever
those
made the
chickens.
best vines as a 13-year-old
Oh, it's just damn Daniel is our president.
will win my vote. Yeah. Whoever made the dankest vines as a 13-year-old
It's just the peanut butter baby
will
running
win
for
my
president.
vote.
Dude. Look
Yeah,
at
does it
those.
feel good? I remember watching that for the first time at youth group and going
Really?
like, "Why did you show us this?"
So, can I see this?
What?
What, peanut butter baby?
Yeah, peanut butter.
Peanut
baby.
butter
You've
baby?
never seen? You haven't seen peanut butter baby?
I don't think I've seen.
Oh, it's just a baby that got
peanut
into a
butter.
bunch of peanut butter.
Oh,
Got
okay.
into a bunch of peanut butter, spread it all over itself.
Nice. That sounds like
Do you feel good?
Okay.
my sister.
Now I would like everyone to share their favorite vine, please.
Okay.
I guess I can go first.
Okay.
No. I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, I don't have one.
Okay, that's not even fair. How do you not have a favorite vine?
I have not watched like any.
Did you not have a
Vines.
childhood?
I did not have a childhood. I actually watched.
I mean, we weren't children when Vine came out, so
We were teenagers. We were the target demographic for that app.
Yeah, and I straight up lost my whole life
Guess
to watching
who
YouTubers play video games. So
didn't have a smartphone when I was a teenager.
Was it
It was,
you?
It was me.
Paul?
Okay. The more we go through this episode, the more I believe you were Amish in your upbringing.
Why? What do you mean?
Because
Do I know too many things?
you know a suspicious amount of things about what it's like to be Amish.
They were just in my
put it
hometown.
that
You're
way.
right.
And you didn't have any sort of cell phone
Wait, and
when you were growing up. And you said that you didn't have electricity at all as a child. And you have a massive beard that goes down to
and you
your
have that
knees.
hat in your closet.
You have that hat in your closet. Instead of taking
And
a car to work, you just get a buggy and you just walk it up the hill, get to the car dealership.
Is that why you have Clover?
Yeah, that's why I have Clover. You got me. I'm a formerly Amish person. I was featured on the hit TV show Breaking Amish.
Breaking Amish.
Where when I was 17, I touched my first smartphone, and then I was like, wow, cars are so cool. I'm going to work at a car dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I use the internet every day, where I sit down at my desk recently because we have no cars at all and go, all right, Mozilla Firefox, don't bore me today.
Nice browser.
And then I'm reading 50,000 words about Wedge Antilles, and I'm happy.
Who is that?
It's a minor character that had 20 seconds of screen time in one of the Star Wars movies, and his article is the longest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's
Nice.
pretty
There's
cool.
also like
That's Star Wars for you.
have you ever seen like
It is.
the Wikipedia for like cereal mascots? Or like for
Like
individual
Tony the Tiger?
Yeah, like Tony the Tiger.
Okay.
I know.
Don't pull on that. Don't pull on that.
I'm pulling on it.
Don't.
All of the cereal mascots come to life and just have this innate urge to fight each other.
Yeah.
They are put in an arena
Okay.
where they can access
Anything.
weapons that
Captain
are...
Crunch wins.
Yeah, Captain Crunch
hold on.
rings. He's
Yeah.
a pirate. He fights dirty.
Yep, they can access weapons that make sense within their character.
Mm-hmm.
Who wins?
I mean,
You're sticking
Rambo.
with Captain. What kind of
wait,
cereal?
Count
does Rambo
Chocula.
sell?
Count Chocula.
Can I
Count
see a
Chocula?
Can I see a
'Cause he's
list?
An undead vampire.
Because he's an undead vampire.
Okay.
Can I see a list?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to Google a list. Of,
It's the bee from Honey Nut Cheerios. He wins.
That would
cereal.
No, he
make
stings
sense.
one person then dies.
mascot. Oh god.
Classic
But then he sues everyone and gets all his honey back. So
As they do.
So-
Good job, bees.
I love
Way
that
to go.
documentary that came out that Jerry Seinfeld put together.
Top
was
cereal
beautiful, really.
mascots. Excuse me.
But yeah, so like you'll like look at like Toucan Sam, and it's just
Okay.
like
He has the ability of flight.
no like the lore of Toucan Sam, and like all of the things. Like there's characters from commercials and stuff in their Wikipedia,
Oh dude.
and it's like this whole thing. It's massive.
I don't know.
Snap, crackle, and
Snap
pop.
crack. That's 3 guys.
They
They're
fight together
magical
on a
elves.
team.
Yeah, they're 3 magical elves on the same team.
Aren't
Like
they very
3
small,
guys-
though?
Yeah, but like they just crawl in your ear and then they annoy you and give you tinnitus.
Okay. How is that going to beat Tony Tiger, who is just this
How is he
absolutely
gonna-
shredded tiger?
Oh come on now.
He's like 6'8",
Quaker has to win.
275
He's
pounds.
not 6'8". He is smaller than Shaquille O'Neal.
Dude, the Quaker mascot
6'8"
has
is
to
smaller
win.
than Shaquille O'Neal. The
I thought you said like
mascot.
8 foot.
Like
Quakers don't fight anyone.
You know he says he's pacifist,
Right.
but you know he like runs an MMA like ring
classic
under the
Quakers.
colony.
Oh, that was my grandfather, the Quaker Oats guy. That's a lie.
When grandma is Amish and grandpa's the Quaker Oats guy. That's some lineage.
You don't
Really
have to
is.
have your family be Amish for you to be Amish. You know that, right? You can just join them.
Oh,
How?
I know.
You just have to become a Mennonite. Which
What is a Mennonite?
It's like old school Christian.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
An Amish is a subdivision of Mennonite.
yep. Yeah.
Can I read their like
You can
main
read their thing.
theological beliefs on
Yep.
Mennonites?
I was at a Mennonite camp this summer.
Oh, sicko mode.
How many Amish kids were there?
There were not any Amish kids.
Oh, then it was in a Mennonite camp. I'm kidding. That's not how it works.
Okay, Mennonite
Camp is too new for them.
theology summary. There we go.
Also, you
This
know
is
who's
exactly
the
what I
last
want.
group of people I thought would go to camp?
What's that?
Jews. There's a lot of Jewish.
You went there. Wow. I was looking at a Facebook ad way earlier today, and it was like,
Paul, you're really spicy tonight. I just want to put that out there.
You missed all the clean bits when you came
so
at 8 o'clock instead of 6.
I was looking at like a Facebook.
I know you were busy with your girlfriend and
Yeah.
having
something
fun.
someone
but-
shared on Facebook,
Yeah. Okay.
and it was like, dude, natural selection is great for herds, right? I was telling Paul about this.
Yeah,
Natural
yeah.
selection is great for herds, and I thought that they were gonna pull the Nazi rug out from under you and say, and it's great for humanity too.
Yeah.
Which it isn't.
No,
Don't
it's not.
genocide. But They pulled the opposite rug.
The Earth can have a little genocide just to be, just for fun. No, I'm kidding.
The Turkish, the Germans, the Russians,
Just
the
every type of
Chinese.
African, and against each other too. That's the best part.
I know Rwanda was rough.
Yeah.
Um,
That a cool hotel though.
But they didn't pull that. What was funny to me is that they didn't pull the genocide joke. They pulled the drinking alcohol joke. That your brain also needs natural selection to kill bad brain cells, so that you get smarter.
You know, you don't drink alcohol for that. You just huff paint. Kill the bad brain cells by huffing paint.
Exactly. That's the joke. That was what was funny about it to me.
Nice.
There's a guy that does airbrushing for our dealership. He owns his own company. He comes in and he paints spots of cars. Airbrushing just means that he just fixes some minor scrapes and stuff like that. And I have never once seen him wear a respirator of any kind, and he stands very close to the vehicle when he sprays the paint.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we should have him on the show. He's a riot.
Yeah.
Except for not, because we'd have to censor every other word.
Do what you can to enjoy your job.
I mean, if it takes huffing paint every day to enjoy your job, maybe you should change careers. Yeah. Especially since he owns the company. He could probably just sell the company to his brother who works for him. Yeah. Interesting people. There's a lot of...
Dude, I thought this is going to be super abstract and way out there, but the Mennonite church sounds great.
Yeah, they got pretty...
I could get behind the Mennonite church.
Do you have to speak in tongues to go to heaven, though? Are they like Assemblies of God, where if you don't perform miracles, you aren't going to heaven?
Well, there's a lot to unpack with that statement.
As someone who works for an Assemblies of God organization.
Yes. You do not need to speak in tongues to go to heaven. My personal belief is that the AG puts way too much emphasis on speaking in tongues.
Yeah, they do. A lot. Especially when it's one of their 10 things they put on their website.
Yep, exactly. Although in the AG's defense, they say it is one of the initial... Either that or they say it is the initial physical evidence. And I don't believe in that. I think it is one of the initial physical evidences. Or it could be an initial physical evidence. But it doesn't have to be for the baptism of the Spirit. And we can get into baptism of the Spirit later on bonus episode. Boom.
Boom. It's a theology podcast.
It's a theology podcast.
Nice little sidetrack here. I was down visiting some friends for the weekend. A couple of my friends just got engaged through a surprise party, and it was a good time. But I was talking with him, and he and one of my other friends run a podcast together. But they run an actual smart person podcast. They do book reviews and
oh yeah, you've talked about it.
Yeah. And I was just wow, how are you guys doing? It's because I was we've only been up for a couple months, and we just hit 1,500 listens, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
At least I thought. And they're yeah, we're getting 500 listens per episode, and it's okay, all right.
Nice.
But they're actual smart people who deserve people listening to them, not
I don't know.
us.
I think we deserve people listening to us.
We deserve it. We demand it. Actually, again.
All right, you're going way too far on the cut. I was oh.
No, let's not be humble.
Oh, yeah.
You need to pay for this show.
Friends.
Let's shame the people let's shame our listeners into paying for this show.
Listeners, you should get your friends to listen to this show because they like you and you can use that emotional capital for our benefit. And theirs because we're funny and we're great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty bold statement.
It is a bold statement, but Paul said to not be humble.
And Devo is great. You
No.
should influence your friends to listen to Devo.
No, why? No.
Because they are
What is
revolutionary.
What has Devo done for us?
Boop, 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 beep.
Okay. Well, if you don't already know, then
Then they didn't do anything.
no. I don't know if I'm ready to disclose this.
Listen, Ray J has done more for us than Devo
did
has.
Devo
Let's
die
just
on the
say
cross?
that those who are close to Devo understand what Devo has done for the world and is going to do for the world.
You just
He's
really want
Jesus,
to meet
right?
two of the people from Devo, don't you?
I
No, you
cannot disclose
You
whether
haven't met any
or
of
not
them. You have not met any of them.
Devo
Yeah.
is...
Are you going to finish your statement?
Yeah, just give me a second here.
Okay.
I'm really flying under the seat of my pants of this one.
Under the seat of your pants?
Above the seat, by the seat of my pants.
There you
on
go.
this one.
Okay.
Prepositional phrase about pants.
Okay.
They exist.
I am under my pants.
I have underpants. I have I'm sorry. My mic is.
I'm under my
Poo.
underpants. That's my usual mic. It usually
Have
does
it,
great.
wait, what's under there?
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, come on. That's
we're
the
gonna
greatest
see you
sketch from when
next
we were in
week.
elementary school.
This
We're gonna
is
see you
Friday
next
the
week.
13th episode.
It is not. We're doing spooky episode at the start of October
Yeah.
and in the middle of
Nice.
October and
Nice.
at the end of October.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Next month is Spooky Month. We will all be in costumes, yet we won't have any videos. So
That's right.
it's up to you to guess what we are.
I will be dressing as Devo.
That is a really good decision, especially next month.
I can't wait for Protestant Reformation Day.
I can't wait for Devo Reformation Day.
Dude.
Oh, I said too much.
Well, that's an edit.
Oh, man. I am going to be busy with this one because
All right.
I kind of have to edit a lot of these things. And I blame all of you.
We'll see you guys next time on The Price is Right.